Hello Pisces, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 17th to the 23rd of January 2022, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. Before we get on with your reading, just to quickly say that on the 17th it's the full moon. A beautiful full moon, very large, vibrant full moon. Hopefully it's a bit clear sky. But of course, you know, this is in the northern hemisphere. We're in the dead of winter. We're in the very heart of winter. And of course, in the southern hemisphere, it's the opposite. You're in the heart of your summertime. But nevertheless, wherever you are, this wolf moon is bringing in a time. It's a time for transformation and introspection. So it's time to figure out what you need to have for a successful life. All right, I'll leave it there. Quite an exciting time, I feel, for many. But let's get into your reading then. So just to say, it is a general reading, Pisces, so please take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind or for somebody else. All right, so what do we have for Pisces then? What does Pisces need to be aware of or need perhaps a little bit of clarity on at this time? The 17th to the 23rd of January 2022. What do we have for Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Excuse me. Okay, we have number 45. Now this talks about possible manipulation, control of some sort, possible role playing. Somebody may be wearing a mask here and controlling the story, or somebody in need of it needs to take control. So let's see. Okay, 52, and this talks about direction, having a purpose, objectives, and taking the first steps. Having an objective, knowing where you're going, but the need to take the first steps in that direction. So we'll come back to those two energies in a little while, but let's see where they fit in with the rest of your reading. All right, so let's get into the tarot. So what is it that Pisces needs to consider and be aware of at this time? What's important for Pisces to hear at this time? The 17th to the 23rd of January 2022. So we have the heart of your reading, Pisces, the root of the matter, past influences, what's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Pentacles. So this is something to do with finances, money, gifts, inheritance, employment, work, perhaps. Investments for some of you. But let's see. You know, the King of Pentacles sits very comfortably on his throne. He knows exactly where he is, and he knows how to manage his wealth. So let's see. I'll just put that to one side. Could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please? Clarify all of the cards on the table, please, for Pisces. All right, at the bottom of the deck we have the beautiful major arcana. This is the star. A fabulous energy. This is about healing, balance, equality, harmony, having patience also, but wishing on a star, following your North Star. So a fabulous energy here. Very optimistic, futuristic energy. All right. And then the King of Pentacles, something to do with money, finances, work, perhaps career. But very well aspected by the star energy. All right, Pisces, let's see. Let's see what's at the heart of your reading. We have another king on the table now. It's the King of Wands, and we have the Three of Pentacles. The King of Wands is the entrepreneur. He's very much at the top of his game. This is about entrepreneurship, being creative, seeing opportunities and going for them. It's very fiery, full of passion, energy here. And of course we've got the king, who this is right at the top of this suit, as is the King of Pentacles. So we've got the Three of Pentacles as a clarifier, and this is working on developing something new, putting the final touches to something that you've been very focused and working hard on. But it's very much about creating something new. Could be to do with coins, to do with money. It doesn't have to be. But I feel because we've got the King of Pentacles on the table, I feel for some of you this is to do with either work, career, or finances in some way. All right, but we've got the fantastic King of Wands energy here that's bringing in his creativity, seeing an opportunity here. And it's to do with something new that you're being focused on, Pisces. So, fabulous energies here. Okay. What's at the root of this? Well, at the root of this situation, we've got the Queen of Cups, which is very much your energy, Pisces. It's not gender specific, but this is very much your energy here, alongside of the Ten of Swords. So the Queen of Cups always has one foot just dipping in the water, and the water represents our emotions. So very much in touch with your emotions, very much in touch with the moon energy, universal energy. Is very spiritual energy here. She's got off her throne now and is tapping into something that's quite emotional for her. And she's sort of holding out her cup, and it looks like she's harnessing the energy of the moon here. She does think things through also. She thinks through to do with her heart centre, the meaning of things for her and for her heart centre. And I say that because we've got the Ten of Swords as a clarifier. So there's been a very, very painful situation. I feel this is a sign of betrayal for some of you. Something has betrayed you, felt betrayed, you felt stabbed in the back. It's that sort of an energy. But of course, when the Ten of Swords comes forward, the swords are starting to lift. So the swords are starting, that hurt, that pain is starting to lift. A situation is lifting. That's been very painful for yourself, Pisces. So that's at the root of it. And sometimes these times of adversity, of difficulty, can actually be a springboard for going forward, you know, learning such a lot from that. And I can see a little bit of that in this reading here. Right, the past influences, we've got the death energy and we've got the Seven of Cups. Okay, so what's happened? There's something happened in the past. There's been an end, something came to an end. And what came to an end is something to do with options, choices. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is very much about things that we feel are on offer, opportunities, or a bit of a mirage. They're not real. It can be that sort of an energy. And I say that because it's a clarifier for the death energy. So I feel that something you thought you was on offer, that you had lots of choice about, actually that quickly came to an end. It died a death. It finished. All right, and I feel that's perhaps what led to that feeling of pain, of betrayal, perhaps, something stabbing you in the back. And I feel it was to do with choices that you thought you had that weren't real, but it came to an end. So it was a painful ending, perhaps a painful lesson that has been difficult. However, these energies have spurred you on, I feel, Pisces, for some of you. All right, so what are you thinking about? Okay, you're thinking of the Prince of Swords and the Five of Wands. What you're thinking about is taking action. We see the Prince of Swords here, coming in, running in very quickly, very determined, very much to take action on this situation. He has his sword at the ready, and he's not going to take any prisoners here. This is charging into the fray, if you like. Of course, the swords are about communication, information, clarity of thought, and I feel you are bringing, you're thinking of taking action, perhaps directly through communication. Because the clarifier is the Five of Wands, and this is about conflict, arguments, disagreement, discord. Other people, others around having different viewpoints, different opinions, and everybody sort of jabbing, wanting their perspective and viewpoint to be heard. And I feel it's almost like you're going to charge into this, into the middle of this fray, with your perspective, which is going to dominate, I feel, here. And this is what you're thinking about: being strong, taking the lead, taking action, and going in and standing strong with your voice, with what it is that you want to say. You also have your shield there, your shield in front of you, so you're going to protect yourself at the same time. But I feel this is an energy of knowing exactly what you're doing, Pisces. Okay. Right, going forward. Okay. Going forward, we have the Lord energy. And we have the Ten of Wands. And just bear with me a minute, Pisces. Okay, it's okay. I'm just having to tune in. The Lord energy, now this is the Emperor in ordinary tarot, so this is very much taking control. Going forward, you're taking control of a situation. Being in control, having authority. You see the Lord is sitting on his throne here, and he has his antler headdress on, which is very much about power, determination, being brave as well. But very much, the Lord is very much in control here, and knows what he's doing, knows where he's going. It's not gender specific. And the clarifier is the Ten of Wands, and this is when you've been carrying a heavy burden, a heavy load, but the time is coming, you're going to drop that, and that's because you're taking control of a situation. So this heavy load that's been quite burdensome, you're going to drop it. You're going to be released from this, whatever. And it's to do with the fact that you're going to be taking control. And I can see that here, and that's what you're thinking of with the Prince of Swords. I can see a lot of determination and control here, you know, charging forward, going quickly. I can see that energy also here with number 52, having a purpose, a sense of purpose, having an objective and taking those first steps forward. And yes, and I feel with this, and this is about taking control. Being in control of your story, being the puppeteer, not the puppet. Okay. Excuse me. Now, what would your guides like to say to you, Pisces? Well, we have the Five of Wands, which we've already had. This is what you were thinking about. So what you were thinking about, I feel, was spot on, because what your guides want to say to you, here it is again, and the Chariot. So yes, the Five of Wands. This is, as I said before, this is very much about sparring, holding your own viewpoint, you know, having an opinion and sticking with it, going for it. Others will have their own opinions, others may disagree, but nevertheless, you know, it's about, you know, holding your perspective, but do expect, and I feel this is what your guides want to say, do expect there is going to be disagreements. Not everybody's going to agree with your decision making, perhaps the direction you're going in. I'm drawn to the hen down here, who's picking at the seeds, picking at crumbs, if you like, looking for crumbs, and that's what this discord may be about, you know. Who gets the crumbs? But that's just a thought. I will get some more information here, because we have the Chariot, and the Chariot, generally the Chariot is about taking control, things, events moving forward quickly. But with this particular depiction, the lady on the Chariot, she's not interested, she's looking away. She's not ready to get going. There's no horses here. She's not holding any reins, and there's two blocks in front of the wheel, so she's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But she's distracted, you see. There's something distracting her, and what's distracting her from going forward is this some form of disagreement that's going on. And that's what your guides want to say to you. I'm going to get some more information about these two energies. Okay, so could we have some clarity, please, for the Five of Wands and the Chariot? So more information about the Five of Wands and the Chariot, please, for Pisces. Advice from Spirit, advice from guides. Why is the Five of Wands and the Chariot here, please? Five of Wands and the Chariot for Pisces. Right, we have a card that's jumped out, and it's the Five of Cups. We'll have a quick look at that. This is when there's a bit of sadness about something that's gone, something that's lost, and still trying to hold on to a bit of what's still draining away, if you like. So being quite preoccupied with that, although there's something far better waiting for you. Once you can lift your energy, Pisces, and look behind you, there's something holding a lot more promise there for you. So I'll just pop that back in. Okay. All right, clarify the Five of Wands and the Chariot energy, please. right, we've got the Ten of Swords that's come out twice. I will show you in a minute, but I want to get two more. Could I have two more energy? Two more messages, please, for the Five of Wands and the Chariot. All right, we've got another card that's flipped over. We'll have a quick look at that. It's the Ten of Cups, and this is a complete emotional fulfillment within a family environment, a family situation. All right, why is the Five of Wands here? And the Chariot, please. Plus the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Right. One more. One more, please. All right, we have another card that's just jumped out and flipped over. It's the Three of Cups. Okay, the Three of Cups is about a third-party interference for me, particularly in this situation. In its purest sense, it's about following your star, you know, turning your back on what's no longer serving you, and heading towards in a new direction with others. And it could well be that meaning. But I feel also this is something to do with you having to turn your back on a third-party interference. And that third-party interference could be somebody getting in the way of a relationship. But it could also be somebody's obsession or addictive behaviours that interfere with the smooth running of a situation or behaviours or relationship, sorry. Okay, so I'll just one more, please. Okay, and another card's flipped out. This is the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, this talks about wish fulfillment, blessings and wish fulfillment, having all your dreams coming true. So a beautiful energy there. One more. Oh, it's come out again, so excuse me, Pisces, I'm just going to have a drink of water. All right, so connected to the Five of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords and the World energy. So whatever this conflict is, this disagreement, it's something that I feel that's something that's been going on a little while here, and it's caused a lot of pain. It could be about betrayal, being stabbed in the back. It's that sort of an energy, something that's been very difficult for you, Pisces. But when the Ten of Swords comes forward, it's the swords are lifting, and this is about walking away, leaving leaving this difficult situation. Yes, because we have the World, and this is a completion of a cycle. There's a completion of a cycle coming up, so which means there's an ending of something. There's an ending here, but getting ready for a bright new beginning, because we had the Nine of Cups that jumped out, which is about wish fulfillment, discovering hidden treasure, emotional fulfillment. So a completion of an old cycle, having to leave something and leaving this discord, disagreements. And then connected to the Chariot, that, you know, there's a delayed action here. Something that, you know, you should be able to get the reins and take control, but, you know, somebody's not interested. It's just not happening. Well, the clarifier is the Ten of Wands, and this again is a walking away energy, a leaving, dropping, you know, sharing your burden, but leaving a difficult situation and moving on. And Yes, the eight of swords. This is worry, conflict, worrying about, feeling stuck in a situation and not really being sure how to move on from this situation. I feel so, and it's very much what's going on in your mind. You're not really stuck, you're not really trapped, but within your mind you are, if that makes sense. And it's to do with wanting to move on and leave a difficult situation. You know, leave a burdensome situation. But there's a delay here with doing that. And that's because of feeling trapped and feeling stuck. So in many respects, the Chariot's ready. You are ready to go, to head off in the direction you want to go. But you're not quite there yet for doing that. You're not quite there yet, Pisces. And of course, here we are. This was at the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling, and this is what jumped out before. And yes, I feel this is a combination of a need to turn your back on what's not serving you any longer, and head in the direction of your desires, what it is, your wish fulfillment. Follow your North Star, and leave some form of a situation that's not served you. All right, so there's quite a lot going on here, and of course we saw going forward, didn't we, that as the Lord, as the Emperor, taking control and dropping this burden, dropping this burden that you've been carrying for far too long. And of course that's the same energy as we've just seen here. And it's sort of bringing an end to some form of conflict and disagreement. Bringing an ending to that old cycle. But of course it's never an easy decision, is it, when we're having to move on from something, even if it's moving on from conflict. And then of course that's what's on your mind at the moment, the Five of Wands, disagreements, conflict. But you're wanting to come in with your sword now, and bring an end to that. Take control. Bring an end to this painful situation here. We said that the root of all of this is how something has hurt you quite deeply. And it's to do with options and opportunities that you thought were available, but they weren't. And of course, that came to an end. But there is something else on the table, something very creative on the table here to do with money, finances, I feel, work or career. And it's very well aspected with the star, and it's about you taking control and moving on from something that's been very burdensome, holding you back. Moving on from some form of conflict, leaving that old cycle behind. But there's something that's still holding you back from going forward with this situation, and it's something that's going over and over in your mind, feeling stuck, feeling a bit trapped. All right, okay, so there's very much an energy here of you taking control of this situation. It'll be something different for all of you, Pisces, but let's see. So, 2 more messages, please, to conclude this reading for Pisces. 2 more messages, please, to conclude this reading for Pisces. And of course, these are all the energies that this beautiful wolf moon, full moon, is bringing in. A time of introspection, time of transformation, but, figuring out, what it is you want to be successful going forward. And we can see this on the table here. All right, Pisces, so here we go. So answering the call, the time is now. So something is very much the time. I think it's Time to remove the blocks from the wheels now and take the reins, take control, and move on from some form of a difficult situation. So the time is now. So, you know, but you have to do this, Pisces. You have to open the gate and walk through to this beautiful new environment that's waiting for you. But you need to stay grounded. So go deep, explore your roots. So if there's lots going on in your mind at this time, could be conflicting thoughts, could be all sorts of different thoughts that going over and over in your mind, then it's important to then at some point get grounded, stay grounded. Whether it's walking in nature, being close to nature, animals also, you know, everyday tasks can help to ground you. Meditating, yoga, whatever it is that helps to ground you. Wearing deep coloured clothing as well, it certainly helps. Or wrapping yourself in an earth colour wrap is another way. But so stay grounded. Also explore your roots, you know, thinking about what makes you tick, Pisces. You know, what's important to you, what can you let go of now. But the time is now for some of you. All right, this is your reading. There's quite a bit come out here for you. I hope whoever it was for, and it won't be for everybody, but I hope whoever it was for, you have an understanding of what the reading is saying to you about your particular situation, and is giving you some support and clarity for going forward. But good luck going forward, and until next time, bye bye for now.